Welcome in a new video. As a project planner or a scheduler, your job is not just about creating activities, okay? So it's about defining the relationships between those activities. The way tasks are connected directly impact how long the project will take, how flexible the schedule is, and how well risks are managed. So now, in real projects, tasks do not always follow smoothly one after another. Sometimes you need a waiting period or waiting time before the next task can start. Other times, you may want to overlap activities to save time, and that is that's the exactly where we use two powerful tools in scheduling, lag and lead. So understanding these concepts is critical because they help you model the real world conditions of a project. For example, you can include curing time in construction, waiting time for approval, or overlapping phases in fast tracking project. So if you don't use lag and lead properly, your schedule may look fine on paper, but it would not work in practice. So when applied, when we applied the lag and lead correctly, so it allow you to create realistic schedule, optimize project duration, and communicate clearly with stakeholders. So in this session, I will first explain lag, then lead, and finally show you the key differences, then benefits, and then some practical tips. So we will also see how software like Primavera P6 and MS Project makes it easier to apply these concepts. Okay, so let's start. The first we have here lag. You can see we have here the example task A and task B, and between we have 3 days gap. Okay, so lag defines the delay between the finish of one task and the start of the next one. Okay, so purpose shows that the next task cannot start immediately. Example: concrete pouring with 3 days start pouring. Okay, you can see here. So when to use drying, curing, or you can say settling period, inspection or approval. So effect extend the project schedule. Okay, so in project scheduling, lag refers to the waiting time between the finish of the one activity and the start of the next activity. So, its main purpose is to indicate that the succeeding task cannot begin immediately and requires a delay. For example, after pouring concrete, there is usually a waiting period of about 3 days before curing can begin. So lag is commonly applied in situations such as drying, curing, and settling periods are when inspections and approvals are needed before moving forward. Okay, so the overall effect of the lag is that it extends the project schedule since it causes the next activity further in time. So, in simple terms, lag represents a necessary, the pause in the workflow to reflect real world conditions accurately. Okay, so if we will enter the lag between two tasks, so it will affect on your the total number of days. Okay, so here we have the example here. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So now move next. Next we have here the lead. So here you can see lead actually we use for overlapping. Here you can see a task A is not completely 100%, but we have started task B, but we have relationship FS, mean finish to start. Okay, so Here you can see definition overlap where a task starts before the previous one finishes. Okay, so in this case, the duration will be automatically reduced. Okay, of the overall project. Okay, so purpose accelerate project schedule. Example here we have start painting second layer 2 days before the first layer dries. Okay, so when to use overlapping work phases, fast track construction, or you can say phased activities, effect reduces the project duration. Okay, so now, lead is the opposite of your lag. Okay, so lead refers to the overlap where the task begins before its predecessor has fully finished. So the purpose of using lead is to accelerate the project schedule by allowing tasks to run in parallel. So, for instance, in painting activities, the second coat may be started 2 days before the first coat is completely dry. So leads are typically used in fast track projects, phased constructions, or you can see overlapping work stages where time saving are critical. Okay, so the direct effect of the lead is that it reduces the project duration, and since it pulls the subsequent task earlier in the timeline, so you can say the put simply lead represents and intentionally overlap that speed up the delivery while keeping logical connections intact. Okay, so you can put lead, but make sure it makes sense. Okay, so it's very important because without we have proper limitations to put the lag and lead in our schedule. Okay, next we have key differences. So lag, equal to delay, and lead equal to overlap. So lag we use for lag we use for gap, and lead we use for overlapping. So the key difference between lag and lead lies in how they affect the project timeline. So lag create a delay, meaning it pauses the succeeding activities forward and ultimately extend the project duration. So in contrast, lead creates an overlap, allowing a task to start earlier than its predecessor finishes. So which pulls actually the activities forward and shorten the overall project schedule. So simply put lag slows the sequence down while lead speed it up. Okay. So next we have benefits of using leads and lags. So you can read here, improve the project monitoring by tracking activities progress. Then it reduce the project duration by effectively using a lead time. Then mitigate risk with the buffer time between tasks. Then it evaluates the performance using lead and lag indicators, and it ensures projects are completed on time. Okay, so the use of leads and lags offers several benefits that strengthen project scheduling and control. So these, lag and lead help project managers to improve the monitoring by tracking the actual progress of activities against the planned sequences. Okay, so by applying lead time, a project can be complete, the earlier. Okay, I mean, because lead time, if we entered lead time, so project reduce the overall duration, so without compromising logics. Okay, so at the same time, lag acts as a buffer, creating necessary waiting periods that helps to mitigate the risk and avoid the unrealistic scaling. So leads and lag Also provide the valuable insights to evaluate performance, since they clearly show how schedule adjustment influence product flow. So you can say most important thing when applied these lag and lead effectively. So they ensures that the projects are completed on time with greater accuracy and reliability. Okay, so after that, we have practical tips. Here you can see identify the dependencies to determine lead and lag times for each activity. Monitor progress to detect the potential delays early, and then adjust the schedules as needed to stay on track. Then communicate schedule change with the stakeholders. Then use project management softwares, for example, Primavera P6. We can also use P6 and MS Project to manage lead and lag time efficiently. Okay, so to apply leads and lag effectively, project managers should always start by identifying the dependencies between activities, as this helps to determine where lead or lag time is appropriate. So it is equally important to monitor the progress regularly, so that any potential delays can be detected earlier, and corrective actions can be taken. To keep the project on track, clear communication with stakeholders about schedule changes is also essential to maintain the alignment and avoid misunderstanding. So, finally, using professional tools such as Primavera P6 or MS Projects allow project managers to manage lead and lag times more efficiently, ensuring that the schedule remains both accurate and realistic. Okay, so next we will apply lag and lead in tools. So let's see how we apply. Okay.
Okay, so first we will take the example of the lag time. So we can enter the lag time from activity network, and we can enter the lag time from the bottom detail window. So first we will enter the lag time in activity network. So now let's move to the construction work block A, and now let me zoom in and let me show you. Let's suppose we have a foundation concrete here, and after foundation concrete, we will start the ground floor column A. So after foundation concrete, we have to put here curing time for 7 days. How to put the lag in activity network? You can see this is the relationship line. First, we will click on this relationship line, and now double click. A new window will appear, and here we will enter here lag. Let's pause for 7 days. Now simply click on OK, and now move to the Gantt chart. We will run the schedule, and let's see the difference. So you can see we have now 177 days for our project. So you can set an interval or a gap between two activities. So right click on this activity, foundation concrete block A, and go to the success. So you can see we have here a column with the name of flag. Let's put here 0. So you can use the activity details window. I mean to say bottom detail window to enter the lag or lead, or you can enter the lag and lead times in activity network. Enter here 0. Now run the schedule, and you again you can see we have a 170 days. So now next let's take the example for a lead time or lag negative. So let's suppose this is the resource mobilization, and we want to enter here the lead time. Okay, so lead time actually it's a overlapping. Okay, So in this case, the successor will be started before its starting date. Now you can see in a normal case, you can see we have the start date for site clearance. We have a 8th January. Okay, so now let's pause. Enter here -3. Lag negative or lead time we will enter in with minus sign. You can see now. Click on run the schedule and let's see the difference. Now you can see we have 167 days. So now you can see the start date for the site clearance has been changed, and now we have 4 January. Okay, and now the total number of days has been changed, and now we have 160. So before there was 170. And one thing more, let me show you from the current bars. You can see we have these two activities, and we have entered here lead time. So it's overlap. Okay, site clearance is overlapped with the resource mobilization. So this technique we can also use for the reduction of time, or to reduce the total number of duration. Okay, so again, we will go to the resource mobilization and choose the lag column, enter here 0, and run the schedule. So, and you can see now again we have 170 days. So, like this, we can enter the lag and lead time in Primavera P6 on our project. So, I hope everything is clear related to the lead and lag. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.